I think we might got it. I think we might have got it. I think we might have got it. Yes. So far, so good. Oh, I'm already seeing a camera lag, though. How about that? Are we back? Over on this side? Are we back? Over on this side. Okay. Looks like things are working. I know this is a weird time. It's 10:06 a.m. on the East Coast, but it's also like 7:06 a.m. on the West Coast. So even though it's a weird time here, it's not necessarily a weird time there. We had all types of technical issues with today's episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. And I had to get on the horn with Best Buy, and I had to get a bunch of stuff fixed, and so on and so forth. But we got it fixed. I believe we got it fixed. And now it looks like we are going to be able to have an episode today, December 12th episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. How are you, my friend? Oh, my sound is going out the wrong place. That's okay. I'm okay with that. As long as we're rocking. I'm totally okay with that. All right, cool. Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday, December 12th, 2019. That's right. Today is Thursday, December 12th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and very last time it will ever be Thursday, December 12th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Fair enough. Listen, we had some technical difficulties this morning. I worked with Best Buy. We set up an account. We did all kinds of stuff, and it looks like we're ready to rock and roll. Will you do me a favor, though? We're currently streaming from my personal page, not my business page, and there are a lot of people that might not be able to find the show this morning. So if you know someone that typically watches Hashtag Rise and Grind, will you just go ahead and tag them in the comments right now? Just go ahead and type their name, whoever you're thinking about, tag them in the comments, and let them know, hey, Glenn's here, Glenn's live, we got to get today's episode, so on and so forth. If you could tag them, that would be incredibly helpful, because there may be people that are having a hard time finding us this morning, especially if they're not on my friends list, because I can only have 5,000 friends, but on our business page we have like 10,000 people or so on and so forth. So tag the ones that you know typically watch, or just tag somebody new. What a beautiful time of year it is, the holiday seasons. We've been talking about it all week. We've been talking about the holidays. We've been talking about embracing the joy. We've been talking about keeping the Grinch away. We've been talking all of that, and it's just a beautiful time of year. And one of the things that I love, what's up, Marcus Neal? Great to see you, sir. One of the things I love this time of year is out on social and out on TV and everywhere, you just see people doing things in the holiday spirit, right? Like, for example, this young lady, Annalise, this is Margot's daughter, and she's 10 years old, and she created something called the Lemonade Stand. And with her Lemonade Stand, she's been supporting homeless veterans in her community. She raised some money for them a while back, went into the newspaper, so on and so forth. So now here she is. She took our blessing backpacks that we decided to give away. She bought 10 blessing backpacks. She tried to raise, her goal was to raise $750. She ended up raising $3,000 in like 24 hours. The girl raised $3,000. She's already asking for 20 more backpacks, blessing backpacks, so she can go and fill them up and serve these incredible people. Like, what an amazing thing this 10-year-old little girl is doing in North Carolina. Also, last night, I was watching Ellen's Greatest Night of Giveaways. I don't know if you've watched this show. I don't know if you've seen anything about this show. I don't know. But dude, you have got to check it out. Ellen DeGeneres has gotten together with famous, big-time, massive celebrities from all over the planet. And they're just pouring into people, man. I was watching it last night, and Stephon Marbury pulls up to like a boxing gym with this semi-truck just completely 100% filled with new boxing equipment and $50,000 in cash for this this dude, right? And then shoes and Under Armour gear and so on and so forth. And they were giving away TVs and they were giving away trips to Iceland. And there was this one family where there was a husband and 2 kids. And the wife had passed away from cancer. And they went in and they paid this dude's house off, man, $300,000. Ellen paid his house off at $300K. It was incredible, and did a bunch of presents for the little girls, so on and so forth. So I love this time of year, this season, because we see these things online all the time, right? It's just so inspiring. It's so powerful. It shows all the good in the world. I've also been seeing a ton of our dealer friends, right? Our dealer partners, those in the automobile industry. I've been seeing a bunch of members of my 800% club, and they've just been serving the communities like crazy, just gathering as many toys as they can. My partners over there at CMA, Liza Myers-Borges and her crew, they were like putting together bicycles and giving bicycles away to all the local kids in the community and so on and so forth, right? You just see these things and it's amazing. Even my man...
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride a Bob Hook Chevrolet. Hey!
Even my man David Hook over there at Bob Hook Chevrolet, he's like dressing up as an elf and getting his team together. They're doing something really cool. For every car they sell, the person that buys the car gets to pick from 5 local charities chosen by his team, and they get to donate $50 to those people, right? So we see all these things going on. Bedford Acres Church is doing this thing where it's called Room in the Inn, and every Friday they open the church to 14 homeless men, and they let them spend the night, and they let them take a shower, and they let them do their laundry, and they let them do all of those things. And we were able to give them all blessing backpacks with Rise and Grind University hoodies and cups and so on and so forth. They gave us the opportunity to do that. So yes, that's what I love. See, look, Vicky Everett says, thanks for the notification, Jeremy Noling. See, Jeremy tagged Vicky. Vicky didn't know we were live. Now Vicky's here. If the rest of you could do the same, I would greatly appreciate it. So it's just this incredible season, right? This incredible time of year where you see all of these things happening, all of these powerful things that are going on in the world. And so it brings so much joy. I love it. I absolutely love this time of year. But on the other side of that, I want to make sure that we don't forget that life is still happening, right? Life is still happening. So this is my friend Colt right here, and his daughter Bailey there on the right. She's 15 years old, I believe it is. And just out of nowhere last week, like Bailey, she had a stroke. At 15 years old, they found her unconscious in a room. Her stepmom found her unconscious in a room. And so they've been in the hospital. And for a while, she was just fighting, man. Her dad was just like, please, please. He was just begging for prayers, for prayers, for prayers. And they were just fighting for her to come back. They could see that she was there mentally, but she couldn't like get out. The way he described it was, he was like, you could tell she's in a battle with the devil right now, and she's trying to find the light, but it's all dark, but she's fighting, right? And she kept fighting, and she kept fighting, and she's out, and she's recovering now, but they still have a long way to go. And there's just things that are still happening, right? Life is still happening. Even though there's all these truly beautiful things going on, there are people that are going through trials and tribulations. Our friend Jess Toes posted this in the group. She says, this year has been a rough year for our family. Health issues, death in the family, and financial burdens. The holidays have been hard. Today we received this card. It's not signed and doesn't have a return address, but this reminds me that I am not defined by my circumstances. We are very, very thankful there is still good in the world, right? Life's still happening. I have some people that message me often. I get messages when people are going through trials, tribulations, things like that. I got a message recently. There's a family right now out there that the mom she'd been employed for decades and recently lost her job, and the field that she was in was one that was very trying on the mind. Let's just say, I don't want to go into too many details, but it's very trying on the mind. And after a couple decades, she was laid off. She lost her job, and she's a little bit older, and then she's starting to lose hope. Because of the things she's seen, the things that she's witnessed, the things that she's been able to participate as far as on the helping side of, she's lost a little bit of hope and faith in humanity. And so her daughter reached out to me and was just like, hey, is there any way you could call on the Rise and Grind tribe to just send some cards of hope, right? Just cards of hope, just so that they know the world is still a kind place and a gentle place and a good place, and that they're not alone. And I thought, absolutely, I'm calling all of my Rise and Grind tribe, everybody who's watching this show, this episode, even if you're not a part of the tribe, I'm calling. If you would do me a favor, our address here at the studio, write this down. The address here at the studio is 1795 Ali Sheba Way. 1795 Ali Sheba Way, ALYSHEBA, ALYSHEBA, Ali Sheba Way, Suite 4205, Suite 4205. Will you do me a favor if you could? Just pop a card in the mail. Just pop a card. It's just like our friend Just Toes said. It doesn't even have to say who it's from. It doesn't even have to say who it's to. Just a message of hope, of inspiration, so they don't feel like they're alone. Will you pop it in the mail and send it to me? And then I'll make sure that it gets to them. Could you do that for me? That would be incredible if you would do that this holiday season. And if maybe you have staff and you're looking for something that you can pull your staff together, that they could all do, a way for your staff to serve, or maybe you have a group or an organization, maybe you have a church that you're a part of, if you could just get them all to write letters, right? To write little handwritten letters, postcards, whatever, send those to me and we will shower them. We will shower them. All right. Thanks, Laura Berman. That's Lexington, Kentucky, 40509. Lexington, Kentucky, 40509. But I just want to shower them with messages of hope, right? I want to shower them with messages of love and the beauty that exists in this world, right? The things that we see. I'd love to shower with that and just offer them some hope. So if you would help me out with that, that would be amazing. Listen, in the planner, in your hashtag Rise and Grind planner today, it was very fitting for my day because I had a lot of technical issues. That's why we're currently alive at 10:15 a.m. But in the Rise and Grind planner today, when you open it up to Thursday, December 12th, it said right at the top, said something really powerful. It said, once you learn to quit, it becomes a habit. Vince Lombardi. And I'm so glad that was the message today, because it made it to where I wasn't going to quit today. Even though I ran into a lot of problems, I wasn't about to quit. And today I want to share a story with you. I want to share a story with you about people, what happens to people when they don't quit. What happens to people when they don't give up? What happens in your life when you really step into the best version of yourself that you can possibly be? See, we talk about this often, like you need to be the best version of yourself. And people are like, well, why? Why do I need to be the best version of myself that I can be? Because when you are, it makes a massive impact on this planet. Ellen DeGeneres has stepped into who she is. And look at the impact it's made on this planet. It's incredible. This young lady, Annalise, she is stepping into who she is. And look at the impact it's making on this planet. And so I want to talk about that a little bit today. But before we do, we got to dance, right? We can't go a day without dancing. We might have went the day without a very early episode of hashtag Rise and Grind, but we got to dance a little bit. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way people start their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. What's up, Quade Carroll? Yes, Quade's up in here. Dude, I love it. See, technical difficulties this morning lead to a live later in the day, leads to my man Quade being able to be on this episode live What's up, Jesse Miller? How you doing, Martin Couch? What's up, Eric Payne? Eric Payne doesn't get up early, but he's in here today. Jeremy Noley, how are you, sir? What's up, Lisa Velasco, Laura Berman, Christopher Campbell? How you doing, Scott Simons? I'm going to show you a little something in just a second, Scott Simons. You hang in there. How you doing, Joanna Cooper Hamilton? What's up, Christopher Campbell? Subaru Steve Montgomery, that a boy. What's up, Tabby Negrit, Trendy Trenda, Don Sankey, Ray Hatcher? I love how you guys are up in here on a different time from our normal hashtag Rise and Grind. So good to see you, Scott Simons. Love you, Quade Carroll, brother. Hugs. Love, 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 love. BG, I haven't seen you live in a long time. I love you, sweetheart. You are the best. Beth Lucchese, Lisa Velasco. What's up, Kim Garner? That's what's up. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Listen. We're talking about what it looks like when you step into 100% step into who you are. Now, my boy Scott Simons, who just popped in here, Scott Simons is actually working on that. He's working on becoming the best version of himself that he can possibly be. And just recently, 2 days ago, he went to an event where he got to participate with David Goggins. David Goggins is the author of the book Can't Hurt Me. He's also an ultra marathoner, 3-time Navy SEAL boot camp. The dude is a beast. And they went out and check out what their morning looked like while they were out working on themselves first thing in the AM.
And people may listen to this and say, this guy is sadistic, he's crazy. No, if you know how I came up, you realize I was just a scared kid that found drive and passion to be something much better than what he thought he was. I'm very fortunate that I grew up at a time when there was no phones and there was no social media. My biggest advice to give everybody in the world is, like I say, we live in an external world. Everything is you got to see it, touch it. It's external. If you can, for the rest of your life, live inside of yourself. All these insecure people putting their insecurities on you, you got to flush it out. You have to believe in one thing, and that is yourself. Right now, for you to find greatness in yourself, you're not going to find it by looking in a book or by even hearing me. I may give you the spark, but you've got to go inside yourself to find it. And that means you got to be quiet. Stop talking. Search your soul, search your mind, search your abilities, and you'll find it. But if you're not looking for it, you won't find it. So you got to go start your journey. And the journey starts with you finding, why the hell am I here on this planet Earth? Why am I here? And if you don't know that, you will live the rest of your life searching, always asking the question, why?
Powerful stuff by Goggins. Incredibly powerful stuff. Asking yourself, why? Why are you here? Taking an internal look versus an external look. I think it's so incredibly powerful. And we see that. We see that when people really step into embrace why they're here and what their mission is, right? It makes a massive impact on this planet. Check out this incredible story. I hope you have your tissues ready.
At 23, I was responsible for taking her life. Never did I think when I was in the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade that at 23 I'd be responsible for taking the life of somebody. It was a Friday night, 2009, July 17th. We decided to go to the bar. I was 23 now, so I was allowed to go to the bar legally. Even though I wasn't supposed to be there, because 3 months prior to this, I had just got a DUI. So I had no license and I was on probation. My buddies and we were all going to the bar, and they said, Nathan, are you driving? I said, oh no, absolutely not. I don't have a license. I'm on probation. I'm not even supposed to be doing it. So I had drank and consumed a half a fifth of whiskey and 13 shots of tequila. I was drunk. A girl named Priscilla Owens, who had just moved from Alabama. She had 3 weeks previous moved up to Indiana to Marion. She was from there when she was a kid. She was a little older than all of us. Priscilla shows up and she was going to be my designated driver. She was the one that was supposed to take me to start the fire. She comes to get me. My friend Mike says, Nathan, you're not driving, right? I said, oh no. Man, I'm drunk. I'm not driving, she is. She's my designated driver. We got this. We're going out to TJ's. We're starting the fire. I'll see you in a little bit. Cool, we shook up and we're out the door. But in the process of leaving that bar to getting to the car, there's one question that I'm never going to probably ever have answered, and I can't quite put my finger on it. But somehow, when I left that bar, Priscilla gave me her keys. And I remember these next few moments. I remember the atmosphere. I remember what was being said. I remember everything, every part of it. I remember the shorts that I had on. I remember more clearly than anything the next words I heard out of Priscilla's mouth. I remember them so clearly. Every vowel, every consonant articulated so precisely. And it was so clear, as crystal clear as day. Well, the next words I heard from Priscilla were simply this: tree! And I woke up in a hospital bed. The paramedics report, it said this. It said when they arrived on scene, that there was only one person in the vehicle, me. And that I hit the tree going anywhere from 60 to 63 miles an hour. There was no brakes. I didn't even try to stop. And when I hit that tree, that case of beer bottles that was behind her catapulted forward at impact. And that woman named Priscilla, who didn't have her seatbelt on, catapulted forward at impact. And that thing called the windshield in your car, and that case of beer bottles met with Priscilla in between. And she slid down to the floorboard, and her neck rested on the middle console. So I stayed up all night that night. And you know what? The paper had read 2 lifeline in a serious accident. Took into Parkview Hospital. Nobody would tell me if she was alive, if she was dead. I had no idea, but I knew the paper said something that morning, and if she was alive or if she passed away, the paper would probably say something the next morning. The paper man shows up at like 4 a.m. He comes driving by, everything slows down like a movie. He rolls the window and he throws the paper, it hits, boom. I jump up, grab it, I rip open the rubber band, I roll it open, and there's the headline. Crash, victim dies. At 23, I was responsible for taking her life. Never did I think when I was in the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade that at 23 I'd be responsible for taking the life of somebody. What happened though is the family wanted me to contact them right after that, and I called, and what do you say to that? You know, what do you say? I'm sorry? But I called and the family said, Nathan, well, listen, Priscilla was sober, it was her vehicle, we can't put all the blame on you, which I didn't agree with. I was solely to blame, I was the driver, I don't care how drunk I was, it was my fault. But they said, listen, there's no reason for 2 families to be destroyed. We want you to know that we love you, even though we don't know you. We forgive you, even though we don't know you. But do us a favor. Just try to make the world a better place. Try to don't let Priscilla die for nothing. Just make a difference. What I do, my life speaks louder than words, because when I begin to change my life, I'm going to learn to make good choices. I'm going to learn to be responsible. I'm going to be dedicated. I'm going to have good characters and morals and values. I'm going to own up when wrong. I'm going to be truthful. I'm going to stand up for what I know is right, and I won't let anybody change me. And maybe that's not where you're at right now, but you can get there, and these are the attributes of success, man. If you want something in life, you got to be willing to do what nobody else has done. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, it's the definition of insanity. If you want to change, you're going to have to be willing to change. Good choices will always have good results. And I was making a lot of bad choices and a lot of bad decisions. And I was basing my value, my worth, off your opinions. And I learned something. Listen to me, everybody in here, I want you to understand something. Your value is never based off any of the opinions of anybody in this room. Who cares what anybody thinks or says about you? They are not your merit system. They are not your system of worth. You are who you say you are by your actions. But the choices and the decisions that we make have consequences, good or bad. And when I went to prison, at 23, listen, I came from a broken family. I had been labeled and unmarked and identified. I had battled hurts and pains and wounds. I had suicidal thoughts and I had battled self-harming. Drugs and alcohol had consumed me. I had lost all dreams and goals. I felt like I had made too many mistakes to change. Listen, I felt like I had every reason to say, you know what, life is too tough, and I quit. I live with these 3 principles, and I promise you, man, they will change everything about who you are. Hard work works, make good choices, good things happen, and value people. I decided 10 years ago, literally, when this all happened, and I went to prison, I was like, you know what? I want to make this promise. I want to keep it to this family. I come from a lot of brokenness. I don't know where to start, but what I do know is the importance of the choices that I make. And so literally, I wrote the word, change the world, and I slapped it on my little prison cell window, and every single day I woke up and I realized, make good choices, great things happen. Aim small, miss small. Make good choices, great things happen. You see, every choice that I can make, listen, I can't control what you think about me. I can't control your opinion of me. I can't control what you say about me, but I control how I react, respond, and what I do with my life. I'm in control of my life. I don't let external factors control me. I'm in control of my life. Because sometimes life can be tough. Life can be challenging. And sometimes the obstacles in front of you seem like they're too big and it's easier just to lay down. But you know what I remembered? I remember when my dad used to look at me when the kid and said, listen, Nathan, life is never going to give you anything, but if you make it and if you build it, nobody can take it from you. Because hard work and tenacity and refusing to quit and chasing your dream, and you'll get there, I promise you. Maybe you don't hit the stars, but you'll land on the moon. You just don't give up and you go after it and you stop caring about the opinions of people around you. Stop blaming everybody from your hurts. Take ownership of your life. Take off your mask. Don't feed the bear. Make good choices. Be a best friend. Encourage somebody. Be a voice of hope and inspiration. This is your moment.
This is your moment, my friends. I don't know who or why God choreographed things the way that he did today so that certain people could be watching live on today's episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. But I do firmly believe that if you're here and you're listening and you're watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, I do firmly believe that this message was specifically designed for you. Don't quit. Don't quit. I need you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be so that you can go out there and make an impact in the world. Good choices, good results. Your value of who you say you are will be shown in your actions. Hard work, make good choices, value people, and you'll be able to make the world a better place. Listen, my friend, you are a child of God, the God of the universe that made everything, made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Isn't that amazing? Because when you're the best, it makes a massive impact on this planet. If you need more videos like this, you can go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't done so already, maybe you could spread this word out. If you would, please send us a card. Send us a card. I'll get it in the right hands. It would be amazing. And of course, if you need some Rise and Grind gear or anything like that, you need a Rise and Grind planner, any of that stuff, you can go to GlennLundy.com. But most importantly, will you come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m.-ish? We're going to try this all over again on Hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day.
feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat.